Damn, I hate to say this, but I think I'm lost. I really don't know where I am on the maps. It says I'm literally on the other side. I didn't see any path whatsoever. And sometimes you just gotta give it to her, you know? You gotta give it to the mountain. I don't know what's over here, but it's just a bunch of rock pile. I've been scrambling, and behind me is just one big slide. Finally just checked out of my hostel, and I was leaning on going to Calgary for a good hour. Actually, that was it. I actually already booked the hotel in Calgary, but I figured, I was just like, you know what, I don't want to do a lot of driving, and I came here to hike and explore the mountains and all that stuff, and I don't want to go to the city and do city things and just relax. I came here to essentially hike and see places. So instead of doing that, I've booked another place in Banff, which is just about 20 minutes away from here. It's another hostel, and because a lot of the hikes now that I want to do for the remainder of my time here are around that area. Actually, it's actually not that area, but it's around LiQWYD and Moraine Lake area, and Banff is just much closer towards there. I'm heading over to Banff. I'll see you guys in a bit. Today I didn't really get up too much. I was just hashing out what I'll be doing for the remainder of my time here. And so tomorrow I'm going to be doing 2 hikes, which is around the Moraine Lake area, and then the following day I'm going to be heading down to LiQWYD. Both these places are about an hour away from Banff, and so if I did stay in Calgary today, it would have been like a 2-hour plus drive. Plus, it's also the weekend, so that means a lot of people from Calgary are going to be heading towards this way, just because it's a thing. But I'm staying at a hostel right now called Banff International Hostel, and for the night, it's about $55 per night Canadian, and it's definitely one of the most expensive hostels, not hotels, hostels that I ever stayed in. It's a typical Canadian Rockies pricing. Banff is more of a party town. They're known for their nightlife and obviously the mountains as well. They have a lot of trails and hikes here and other activities, but I just prefer Canmore more because it's just a different vibe out there. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be one full entire vlog just because it's pretty uneventful today. I just literally went to the communal area, to the common area, did some editing, had some food, and that was it. And yeah, I hashed out what I want to be doing for the next couple of days. So I'm gonna rest up. It's about, I think, 8 a.m. right now. I want to wake up at 4 tomorrow, do my morning routine, usually takes 1 hour, have breakfast, and then head over to Moraine Lake, because by the time I hit 6:30 or 7, the parking lot gets really, really packed. And so I gotta wake up at 4, be ready to go around 5 or so, have some breakfast, and then be there before 6:30 so I can claim a spot. Otherwise, yeah, you guys know what happened last time. I went to Moraine Lake and LiQWYD area. But I'm gonna end the vlog here, so why don't we just fast forward to the next day, because yeah, your boy is about to crash right now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's about 4:40 right now, and I woke up about an hour ago. You can see. And I had an okay sleep. Yeah, I wish I had slept more, but even though I did go to bed early, but it was hard to sleep. I'm staying at International Banff Hostel, and it is not a party hostel, but Banff in general is known for its nightlife, and it's also the weekend here, so I get it. Everyone's gonna try to go out for drinks and all that stuff. But the guys that checked in yesterday, nothing against you, but they were so loud ever since they got to the room. They got to the room at like 10:30. I think I went to bed around 9 p.m. And so I got woken up at that. And then throughout the whole morning, they went out and then they came back in. around, I think 2 or 1 a.m. I'm not sure, but I kept waking up throughout the night because of the noise. I'm stoked for today though. I'm doing 2 hikes. I'm going to be doing 2 hikes in the Moraine Lake area, and one is called Sentinel Pass, and I'm going to have to go through Large Valley, and then the other one is called Tower of Babel, and they're all in the same area, so I'm going to be doing 2 of them on the same day. And even though I've only gotten a couple of hours of solid sleep, shout out to the guys upstairs, I'm still going to do it because you know what? That's what I came here to do. So I just made it to Moraine Lake, and I got a parking spot. I got a prime parking spot just really close to the entrance of Moraine Lake. It's not even 6 yet. I think it's about 5:54 right now, so I got here fairly early. But I'm gonna take a quick 15-minute power nap. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna nap because I'm so stoked for the hike, but I'm just gonna rest out for a bit. I'm gonna change, and then I'm gonna start making my way down towards Moraine Lake. So I just got to Moraine Lake. It's a bit overcast for sure. It's not as clear, and people are actually having to leave once they get here because there's no views whatsoever. I think this is my 4th or 5th time here, and it's definitely been much clearer in the past 4 times that I've been here, but yeah, it's a bit hazy and overcast today. It's a bit smoky, but I'm gonna stay for a bit. I'm gonna wait for that coffee shop because I think they open at 9. I don't know yet, but I looked inside and their tables and chairs were up against the wall, and it looks like they've been shut down for quite some time, so I don't know. I'm gonna wait until 9, and if not, if I can't get my coffee or breakfast, then I'm gonna have to do the trail. The first hike that I'll be doing, which is Sentinel Pass, which is gonna be on that side. The trail starts from where the canoes are. And then the other hike that I'll be doing starts from here on this rock pile, and it's going to end up over there, and it should have a view of Moraine Lake. But right now I'm just going to soak this in. I'm going to have this for breakfast, and then hopefully I can get some real breakfast after this because your boy is hungry. Alright, it's about 9:30 right now, and I'm going to go through Large Valley to go through the Sentinel Pass. And I gotta head up this way. I just had a $5 coffee, small one. Classic Canadian Rockies pricing, but you know what? I needed it. Thank God for a flat trail. Just the best. So far, so good. The trail in the beginning had a couple of switchbacks. Now I'm just going through an open field that's flat. That's always a plus. And there's actually quite a bit of people that's doing this hike. Families, kids, even people with dogs, which is nice. It's not as... foot traffic is heavy for sure, but look at this. Views on views. Look at this open field and the range around us. Breathtaking. I think that was the valley. Large Valley is what they call it. And this may be the beginning of Sentinel Pass. There's a couple of switchbacks. Not a couple really, it's quite a bit. It's going through there, back. More switchbacks. Switchbacks for the win. So far so good. I've been on the trail for about an hour and a half now, and I'm rationing my water. You know, I'm not trying to gulp it down because I gotta pace myself here and taking my time very slowly as well when I'm heading up. Make sure I have energy as the day goes on. So far so good though. Your boy is doing well. All the food would be nice. Oh man, noodle box of Cobb's bread would hit right now. That's for sure. But I gotta do the switchbacks first before I get to food. Wish me luck. Alright, it looks like this is where I'm gonna be going. And then up, switchback, and then at the top. I don't know if that's it or whatnot, but just made it to the top. Look at this view though. Gotta make sure I don't slip. And it's 11:10. So it took about nearly 2 hours. Look at this view. And then there's also a way to go up here. I think I'm gonna head up there after. Just gonna do some photos here, videos. I'm gonna be real quick. I gotta head down because I got another hike to do after this, but look at this. Damn. Perfect timing. I hope it's not raining when I get to the other trailhead up on Moraine Lake, so I feel good. Thirsty, but I'm rationing my water, making sure that I have enough. I think I have about half a liter left, and this other hike is supposed to be about the same amount, 2 hours getting up or so. Fentanyl Pass, highly recommend it. It just feels like you're stepping into a stone age, you know? I'm gonna put my camera down, focus on the trail because it's getting wet and slippery and there's rocks and debris and dirt, and I should pay attention to where I'm going. It's about 1:10 right now and I'm at the end of the trail. So it took me about an hour to get down. Overall, great hike. Like I said, highly recommended if you are here in the Moraine Lake area or just in the Rockies in general. But I gotta head off to the other trailhead now, and it's just on the other side where the rock pile is to see Moraine Lake. I wanna sit down though and see how much water I have left. I don't think I have that much, but regardless, I'm still gonna go. So, it's Moraine Lake. It's so blue. Look at the water. Alright, the moment of truth. That's how much water I have left. Quarter of a liter. But you know what? I'm gonna keep going. Not gonna lie though. A bit hungry. A bit thirsty for sure. My body's probably like, what are you doing? You need to hydrate. But this is where the trail starts, and I'm gonna continue going. Try to do this as soon as I can, and as soon as I can. I can't even put the words together. As fast as I can, so I can head back down, get some water, and get something to eat because I'm really, really hungry. Stupid or brave? Which one is it? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna continue going, so. And the time is, it's about 1:19 right now, 1:20. Round 2, let's go. I see a very steep scramble. I'm gonna give it a try. I don't see anyone on this trail, but on the maps it says this is the right way, so I don't know. Another rookie mistake. I should have done more research, but it looks like there's a little pathway. I'm gonna give it a shot though. I found the route. There's a little path here and it continues on. So I'm just gonna follow this as much as possible. Hopefully she doesn't die off anywhere, you know. She's steep. I'm the only one here too, so I better put my phone down. I gotta focus on this trail. So I just got done with a rock pile. And this one, I see people coming down and it's a straight shoot up. It's just a freaking straight incline. I don't know how much farther I have left, but damn, she's really slippery. I still got a ways to go and I'm out of water. I'm gonna try to see if I'm almost there. And if not, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really want to complete this hike, but it's really shady going up. It's just one big slide, you know? I gotta keep going. Damn, I hate to say this, but I think I'm lost. I really don't know where I am on the maps. It says I'm literally on the other side. I didn't see any path whatsoever. And sometimes you just gotta give it to her, you know? You gotta give it to the mountain. I don't know what's over here, but it's just a bunch of rock pile. I've been scrambling and behind me is just one big slide. It's rare for me to not finish a hike, but at the same time, I also gotta be smart. I literally don't know where I am at the moment. As you can see, I don't know what's behind me. On all trails, it says I'm on the other side. The path is actually over on this end. I'm just gonna have to go back down again. This is one big slide. And I don't have any more water. I haven't eaten breakfast, so my body's kind of playing tricks on me, I think, at this point. I'll give this to you. You win. I mean, we always win. This is a learning curve for me. I just wasn't planned. I got thrown off by a bad sleep. But not an excuse. I should have been more prepared. You know what? I'm happy with my decision of heading down. I think that was a good call because it's raining, I'm out of water, and your boy is really hungry, but I'm nearly there, close to. That's the trail towards Moraine Lake. I don't know if you guys can see that. Found this on the trail though. Even though I didn't make it up, I think the mission was to take this back down with me. So I'm gonna make sure I throw this right where she belongs. Not here, but in the garbage. Boy, made it in one piece. Overall, great day. Sunrise, well, quote unquote, sunrise at Moraine Lake. Sentinel Pass was definitely the highlight for sure. Moraine is nice too, but I've seen a nicer version of Moraine where it was just clear and really blue water and it's just, you know, typical Moraine Lake things. But because of the wildfires and it was just overcast and it was very hazy. Nonetheless, it was still beautiful. I still got a lot of videos. I still took a lot of videos and photos. Moraine will just be beautiful no matter what. It's one of my favorite lakes here in the Rockies, in fact, in Canada. But definitely the highlight was Sentinel Pass. That, wow, it was just amazing. And it's not a hard hike, but the reward at the end is just breathtaking. It's like stepping into a stone age. It's stepping into a different world. The way the mountains are just structured on that part of the Rockies is so damn beautiful. And the fact of the matter is, there's supposed to be views behind where I was. I was mainly focused on that one cool looking sharp rock formation. But there's also a mountain range across from that. And I can only imagine if it was clear on a clear day, on a good day, it would just be even more breathtaking. I mean, just going there, even though it's hazy and overcast and cloudy, the spot was still very, very beautiful. Fairly busy trail though. There's a lot of people. Most of the time, if it's a whole family doing it or kids are doing it, it usually means it's fairly easy. It's a steady incline in the beginning, and then towards the end, before you actually reach the viewpoint, there's a couple of switchbacks that you have to go through. Not a couple, there's quite a bit of switchbacks that you have to go through, but it's very, very rewarding, and I highly suggest doing that. And it's just here at Moraine Lake. You can the trailhead starts where the canoes are, and from there you're gonna go through Larch Valley and then Larch Valley to Sentinel Pass. The last hike, what can I say? I mean, I definitely came unprepared. I was definitely thrown off by, I can't put the blame on people. It was on me. But I packed so quick this morning that I forgot to fill up my water, to bring my aqua tabs, because there were actually streams at Sentinel Pass, and I could have gotten some water. I didn't have breakfast because nothing was open at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I think things opened up at 6, and I didn't want to risk having not to have a parking spot here because the trailhead starts over there. I could have gotten snacks last night, I know, was not thinking, it's my fault. And getting up to the second hike, I felt good doing it, but hunger started kicking in. I haven't had breakfast, and I also finished my water. I showed you how much water I have. I mean, right now it's empty. Like, she's dry. In the beginning, I had to backtrack for a good 30 minutes because I didn't know where the trail was, but it was actually hidden. So it's very steep, and I've been scrambling for a good an hour and a half or 2 hours, but I didn't know where to go. And then when I got up there, I pulled up all trails, and it says that I was on the other side of the trail, and I didn't know where else to go. But I was just hungry, and I was dehydrated. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let the mountain win, and you gotta do it some other time, because my intuition was telling me to just head down. And it's funny because once I actually got down to the trail at Moraine Lake, it started pouring down. Like, it's raining right now. Things always happen for a reason. I really believe in that. And I think that was just my intuition, or the universe was just telling me, like, you got to get down, be more prepared next time. And I didn't want to risk it because I really didn't know where I was going. I was rock climbing a mountain. No joke. I was grabbing onto things. I had my gloves. I was slipping and sliding. Going downhill, I bailed a couple of times, I'll admit it. I just didn't have any sense of direction, and I was just out of food and water, and my mind I wasn't functioning properly. And also, I didn't get enough sleep last night. Shout outs to the guys from the upstairs. I'm kidding. I'm not firing shots here, but I'm gonna grab some food. I'm gonna stop vlogging because your boy is really, really hungry. I'm gonna grab some food. Gonna shower. I'm gonna try to ask if I can switch rooms, because I don't want to stay in that room if those guys are still up there for the night, because I actually want to sleep properly tonight, and have a good rest, because I have an early day again tomorrow. I'm going to LiQWYD, and the last, you guys know, in the past couple of vlogs, when I went to LiQWYD at 10 or 11, there was no spot whatsoever. So back in my hostel, and the first thing I did was ask the front receptionist to see if the 3 guys that stayed here last night are still here, because apparently they were supposed to stay for multiple days, but they kicked them out for many reasons apparently. So I'm not the only one that was about to complain, because they were just so loud last night. But I'm just gonna double check to see. Yep, nope, no one else is here. Perfect. So it looks like I'm going to be staying in my bed again. One more night. Everything always works out, you know? And hopefully I get a good sleep tonight, because it's going to be another early one tomorrow. So I'm back in my hostel. I got my things. I had food as well. So your boy is satisfied, hydrated. Once again, it feels normal. It feels normal. I'm going to shower, upload all the photos and videos that I created today. And I think I'm just going to call it a night, because it's an early one. Again, tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Plain of 6 Glaciers tomorrow, which is going to be in the LiQWYD area. It's going to take another, same thing as today, it's about an hour away, because LiQWYD is close to Moraine Lake. I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow, and yeah, I'm just gonna rest up now. I'm excited to just hit the bed, relax, and do a whole lot of nothing, and eat some more. Of course, I'm gonna have some dinner later, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. It's been awesome going on this adventure with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.